My whole family belonged to the LDS Church, and I didn't think we would ever not be members of the church. It was my whole life. It was everything to us. Sure, I had a few questions here and there, but I just put them up on the proverbial shelf, and I thought they would be answered at some point, and I didn't worry about it too much. And then we got a temple in Edmonton, and the leadership is always encouraging us to go to the temple as often as possible, you know, and I was starting to feel guilty because I hadn't been. I thought, well, maybe if I understood the deeper doctrine of the temple, it would encourage me to go more often. And so I started researching that, and I really wasn't finding a whole lot of information. I started asking questions and asking friends and if they had any ideas or information, and some of them sent me to the farms and fair websites, and as I started looking on there, of course, there's a whole lot more questions on there than I had even thought to ask. So then I started researching a whole bunch of things. My innate feelings are that I love my children so much, and I am bonded to them so much that I'm not going to lose them. Yet now this doctrine or these ordinances perhaps will make it so that I'm separated from them if we don't all obey. And I suddenly thought about it not being true, and that my connection with my family is there no matter what. This doctrine is about the cruelest thing that could be foisted on a human brain. Your love for your family is being used against you to keep you in line, to keep you obeying. You know, as a little kid, I feared that. I feared losing my parents. I feared having to go to the lowest kingdom and be without them forever. That is cruel and unusual punishment. That is fear programming. I do not think that a loving celestial parent would use fear programming to maintain membership in its church. After a lot more research, I was able to step away completely. And I was very relieved. And I was finally actually able to bond with my children, you know, because when you're always in fear of losing them, you kind of put up a little shield over your heart. Well, what if I lose them? I don't want it to rip my heart out completely, right? So you keep a little shield there. And you don't bond with your kids the way you're supposed to because you're always afraid. And then you always are yelling at them because you want them to be good so they will stay with you forever. Well, guess what? Now that I'm not part of the church, I can just love my children as deeply and as fully as I wanted to. And when they make mistakes, I hug them and I cuddle them. I don't scold them, and we talk through it, and we bring wisdom in and share enlightenment. And I don't just say, you're not going to get to the temple if you do this, or you're not going to get to be with me forever if you do this. That's all irrelevant. And I was so happy to be able to realize that and to take the shield down and to love my children deeply and properly the way I always wanted to. Our family is so much happier now. It's calm and loving and wonderful at my house. And I just would love to be able to give that to even just one person. My name is Kerri Bodie, and I'm an ex-Mormon.